This might be one of the most ridiculous sounding videos I think I've made on this channel, and let me tell you, that is impressive considering some of the bullshittery that I talk about. But today I want to talk about something that I've kind of like alluded to me being a fan of with my old profile picture being a character from the show, and I guess in this manga, because that's where I pulled it from. But I want to talk about Blue Lock, and I want to talk about just the absolute insanity about everything that involves that show outside of the soccer. Because the soccer's already insane. It's like they're fucking fighting for their lives on the field, on the pitch, while trying to like just play soccer. You know, have you ever played soccer with your life on the line? Is legitimately just like the classic meme quote from this manga. But like everything outside of the actual soccer thing might even be more ridiculous than just what goes on inside the actual soccer. And a lot of just like relies on the I think it's what the author of the show puts out, which are like egoist Bibles, and just absolute insanity happens here. Just absolute ridiculous shit of stuff you wouldn't have never have needed to know about any of these characters. Has shown, is shown in this stuff. But I'll talk about what's in those egoist Bibles in a second, because I also want to talk about some really like insane shit. One, did you know that they have like songs that these characters made, like that they sing together, and I don't even know how to describe it. I'm just gonna give you a little like clip of one of them because like I can't even describe what I'm talking about. I had to show you this. I had to show you what I'm speaking on right now because it is ridiculous. So like right here we have a song that is sung by Isagi Yoichi and Bachira Meguru in character. So let's give it a listen. Let's give it a listen, everybody. So like they're just singing in character of this, by the way. Like these are like this is supposed to be like these are the actual voice actors singing in character about Blue Lock. I guess I don't even know. And if you just watch the anime or read the manga, you will have never known that these exist. I don't even know what the fuck these were made for, but there's like 10 or like 10, 15 of them that just are a bunch of all the characters singing. It's literally just like what they do in Uma Musume, but I guess like they don't put it in the actual anime. So I don't know what the fuck is happening. I don't know where these came from. But the fact that these exist and there's so many of them is just insane. Like that's just one of the crazy parts about Blue Lock is just the songs that are here sung in character. Another crazy part about this, which like it's not really ever gonna get confirmed, because like why actually what I was gonna say it's probably never gonna get confirmed, but considering what the author has confirmed, maybe it will. It's just a sheer amount of like relationships that people think they're in. Obviously, it's like a bunch of Twitter stuff where people are like shipping all the characters, but like there is just some stuff that like you just cannot, like there's a relationship going on there. Like Nagi and Rail, like they're not just friends. Like come on, I think there's only one or two characters that are like canonically confirmed to be like not straight. I know one of them is Kunigami. I think he's confirmed bisexual. But like if you just watch the show at all, it's like there definitely more than one relationship going on. They're all we can make a family hierarchy. Not that sounded no, not do that. We cannot do that. You can make like a list of just all the people who are in a relationship, or at least we'll get it's very heavily seems like they're in a relationship, because like it gets to the point where like you're not just watching soccer, you're watching a relationship bloom between two dudes in high school, which good on them. But one of the single most insane things that has ever been confirmed about the show Blue Lock, and if you want to guess right now, you can. I'll give you 1 second to guess. If you guess the character's fetishes have been revealed, then you'd be correct. And I think you thinking that I'm joking here, but there's a Reddit post that kind of runs it down, and they link to like the actual source material, which is like a website directly of the Egotist Bible. So I will literally show you that they are not lying. So right here we have literally a rundown of all their fetishes. If in case you were wondering what your favorite character's fetish is, like here you go. Bang. Okay. All right. There you go. Uh huh. Uh huh. Yeah. Why do you need to know this about them? Why did you need to know about these like soccer players? I don't fucking know, but here you go. And then another reason why a lot of people are like assuming that a lot more gay people in the show, so they never like a lot of them really don't specify the gender. Like well obviously this guy does, but unfortunate timing. But like Aiku doesn't say women. Um, but yeah, so that's another reason why people are like going wacky mode, saying that we got bigger ideas. But like it's just insane that this is like that much detail. And so if you go back to Isagi, he said thighs. And if you go to the Blue Lock directly, Egotist Bible profiles, we go to Isagi, and we scroll down a little bit to all there we go, bang, right here from the source material. But like, look at how much stuff we have about these characters. We do not need to know about much about these like random high schoolers playing soccer. I don't even know if this website's fully updated, but it's just insane that there's this much detail about the characters in Blue Lock. In case, in like, it is for everyone. It is everyone has this much detail about what they are. I don't even like what number of Valentine's Day chocolates last year. 0. You're a loser, Bachira, I guess. But like, where do you wash yourself first? Behind the ears. We don't need to know this. We need to. This isn't important in any way. But I get like sure, I guess, and that's like fine. I sure this adds so much to the plot of Blue Lock, and like I'm almost certain that there's some random bullshit that I'm missing that just adds to the absolute ridiculousness of just the greater extended period or greater extended story of Blue Lock that I'm not fully in. I haven't. It's been a while since I read it. I stopped reading after they started like playing against Nigeria in the World Cup or whatever the fuck it was, and maybe they've added more. But this is all I know. This is all I could have thought in this like short period of time of just like random shit that they have in Blue Lock. And I don't know if anyone is gonna watch this who has not seen Blue Lock, but if this is something that convinces you, then I really hope that you expect just absolute wonderful content from the show, and you also maybe realize that I'm not an insane person talking out of my ass. Like this is just par for the course about soccer. Maybe the author will get more bullshit. I guess I don't really know. But it's just absolutely insane that once again that this is just the extreme depth in which the author has gone to flesh out the characters more than anyone could have possibly asked, and in ways that no one asked for, and just gave us it for fun. If you want to watch or you Blue Eye, go ahead. That's all I got for today. So thank you for watching. Goodbye.